Peggy 16.
What was that?
Hostiles inbound.
Man down!
We're in. Access Blackwood's network. Streaming the data across now.
It's uploading. Come on.
Worm successfully installed.
Hands up! Hostiles up ahead! Get in position! Here they come!
Approaching drop zone Alpha.
Radar lock on!
Stand by. Inbound. Inbound. Target tracking. Command.
Get them out of here! Go! Go!
Achieved with CryEngine.
Hello and welcome. My name is Stefan and I'm one of the online marketing managers here at Crytek, and I'm joined tonight by Elijah Freeman, our executive producer for Warface. So tonight we're going to show you gameplay from our second mission in the Operation Cold Peak. It's called Ambush, and once more we're joined by some of the community members, in this case the German clan Todesschnitzel, with 2 substitutions compared to last week, so let's see how they're doing. And we invited them a while back to play the missions of Cold Peak and give us feedback, and we actually tweaked the missions after that, and today they noticed that we actually tweaked Ambush a little bit, so we make it a little bit harder. So let's see how they're doing tonight. But don't get fooled, they're really, really good, so they make it look easier than it actually is, and this afternoon they had quite a challenge with the mission, so let's see how good they are this evening. So we also improved our setup compared to last week, so I hope this time around there's no sound issues, and we are also going to be able to switch between the different players to give you a bit more variety during the gameplay. So thanks also again to Razer for providing us with their headsets, mice, keyboard and so on. This makes really difference for the guys back there to give their best. And during the stream you can also follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/Warface. We're giving out codes for winter camo weapons. Just follow us and enter the codes. Just notice that they are one-time use only, so first come, first serve. And we're also going to share some of the codes in the Twitch chat. So Elijah, tell us a little bit about that second act in Operation Cold Beak that we're going to see.
Yep. So thanks for the introduction. And yes, this is Act 2 of Cold Peak, the Cold Peak setting, which is our new co-op setting. If you remember, in Act 1, they were infiltrating the base to get a virus plugged into the system to get more information from the Blackwood facilities that they found. And in Act 2, they're going deeper into the heart of Blackwood territory. And overall, this is a really challenging mission. The guys behind us, Todesschnitzel, will have to work extremely hard as a team to get this achieved. But it's going to be fun. It's challenging, and I think that this is one of the missions that we've really worked hard on. And as you can see, it's fun, and there's a lot of new stuff. So I'm excited to see how these guys play tonight.
Yeah, me too. So, guys, are you ready? Okay, then let's start. For you in the chat, we will explain a little bit along the way when they are playing, and we probably will take questions from the chat on the second playthrough. Loading up. So it's we're going to play our latest build, which is close to final. So let's see. Almost all loaded, and
We need to push further into the mountains to get to the heart of Blackwood's operation.
there we go.
This here is the key artery of Blackwood's power.
The Blackwood gatehouse here is heavily...
So they are now approaching the castle on the top of the hill.
Right. They're basically traversing up a long road to get to some of the substation castles. This is a Blackwood facility. A lot of cooperative gameplay, as you can see. There's always multiple ways to enter into the objectives.
There must be a way to access it.
Okay, that they're basically in the first court of the castle now.
As always, there's secondary objectives, pretty much on every wave of the achieving the objective, the main objective, the primary.
Yeah.
This is one of the levels that are mission settings that took us the longest to build to get it right. It was because it was so there was so much interesting stuff that we wanted to add into this. Balancing it made it took us many passes, and however the result was awesome because this level is probably one of the most this section of the setting, the Act 2 section of the setting is one of the most fun to play. Lots of little hidden surprises all along the way as well.
Yeah.
And you should always, when you're playing, you should always keep your eyes out because there's more than one way to do to achieve an objective.
Okay. They now reach the main castle, and suddenly they're stuck in this little courtyard.
It's a trap.
Exactly. Just in a few seconds, you know why it's called ambush.
Right.
So
Yeah.
suddenly, all around, Blackwood soldiers are spawning.
But these guys have cleverly deployed some smoke.
Yeah.
Or else they really wouldn't. I mean, they wouldn't stand a chance tactically. All the players are at higher all the AI is at higher elevation.
Blackwood will continue to make plays.
And they're in such close quarters. It's really difficult.
Switching perspectives now. So, wave 1 already starts with a pretty serious enemy, heavy gunner.
Exactly. This is not someone to be trifled with.
Yeah, and it's especially challenging because you don't have a lot room to maneuver in this small courtyard. So
Exactly.
not of a lot places to hide. Team kill.
Awesome.
That
That's-
happens in this really confined space, so you need to be really careful. Almost.
Right.
Yeah, and they did it. And now they can basically go into the heart of the
Yeah.
castle.
There's a beautiful vista if you look out over the. I mean, they don't have time, but it's beautiful out there.
Yeah. So now he's clearing out the mines that laying around for later on, so just not to be surprised. And you can see it's really kind of a maze, so there's a lot of pathways you can take.
Yes, and as you pointed out earlier, a lot of verticality.
Yeah.
It gives you a lot of variation in gameplay. This is a like I said, this is going to be challenging. I mean, it doesn't get any easier from here, but they have to maintain their position or else they lose everything.
Yeah. Switching perspectives again. There we go. So they now need to get close to a generator, which powers a console, I believe, where they're uploading another virus to get more information about what's coming up.
Exactly. This is a chain of events because it's all leading them to a a conclusion.
Yeah.
So these acts are built in a way that one has to be achieved in order to get to the next one.
Yep. What you've just seen there is another new thing. So you have poison barrels
Yes.
that can explode. So in the first act you had exploding barrels, and now you have poison barrels. And now he's hacking the console.
Nothing's coming in or out of Blackwood's data network until we shut down that jammer.
And now they get the instructions to guard the generator, which powers the console. And here they come.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Blackwood forces moving to your position en masse. Hold the castle and use Blackwood's own defenses against them.
So he's now taken an overwatch position.
Yeah. Getting an elevated position in this particular wave is good. There's a lot of AI, a lot of difficult AI.
And you're, well,
One of the things that this team has done better than a lot of teams I've seen play this is that they've kind of learned a route already, which is pretty clever.
yeah, they're pretty fast on that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, because one of the confusing things, even for the guys who built this, is, like all the different routes, This is. Will they switch between players, or we're only seeing this for right now?
I think we will switch exactly now.
There we go. It's gonna help things along.
Exactly.
Well, it's about to get really interesting, so that's why I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Another
So
poison.
they shot the poison barrel there. So if the Blackwoods step out there, they also hit by that, which is smart.
So really, the main thing is they have to clear out the enemies and survive.
Yeah. While still keeping an eye on the generators.
Right. So they have to function as a team. Sometimes you hear like a lot of chatter and the players, maintaining objectives, but this team strategically plans, and you can see their execution is virtually flawless. Oh yeah, there's different additional shotgun enemies in this wave as well, so it's makes things a little tricky when you have a close combat situation.
So I would say now we're in wave 3 and it gets interesting because this afternoon the troubles for the guys behind us have started with wave 3.
Exactly.
So let's see how they're doing. So now we're with Paddy-Killer. Still haven't finished wave 2. So we started with Spearhead in the early mornings, and now we progress to the second act, which is set in midday, I would say, right?
Yep, exactly. So
basically tells a whole story across a whole day, basically.
Yeah, you can see the lighting is really nice in this particular this particular act. And when you're not trying to maintain the game, in the artists that are working on the level spend a lot of time making things look beautiful. And we understand it's gameplay, but it's always good to have some pretty to look at, and that's basically what they built in the vista and the lighting here.
Yeah.
But this specific setting and this act is really about gameplay. I mean, you can see these guys have to maintenance, all their positions, or else they lose ground, and it's very important, in order to maintain, control of the generator.
Yep. So they're now in position to protect the generator. As you can see the bar on the lower right.
Yep.
Just to remind you guys, you can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/Warface for some winter camo weapons. We are also giving away some codes in the Twitch chat. Just copy and paste the code into your launcher, and the first one, the quickest one, will get that weapon for 3 days. So I also like in this map the combination of the old and the new, so the castle, and then how Blackwood transferred made it into a facility with all that tech, with the anti-air radar and all that stuff.
They circumvented years of searching for a strategic location by using the old positions, and this has been Blackwood's kind of signature all along. That's why they've chosen this particular act in this particular area, because it worked for them.
Yeah.
Now it's going to become. You're starting to see the introduction of the jetpacks.
Yeah.
This kind of adds a different element to it, because now you have guys coming from all different directions. So
yeah, it also has as you mentioned, a different verticality, and you can see that the jetpack soldiers landing on high places, so you really need a good sniper with you to take them out quickly.
Now, in this level, there's also access to a sniper position. I don't see I see these guys kind of doing their best to maintain it this way, but there's also tactical and strategic positions that you can find that will help you achieve these objectives.
And on top of that, you also have a heavy gunner running around.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get
any
easy.
easier,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like I said, this is a challenging level. We'll, to be fair, we listened to the players, and players asked, to see if we could, make it more challenging, and this is the result.
Yeah. So Act 1 is the preload, and now in Act 2 you're really cranking up the difficulty.
Well, you can see if you're not acting as a team, you're going to struggle, right? So, this is not for the faint of heart, right? I love working with the guys or playing with the guys with shields. They make it for really interesting gameplay.
So now they behind our back they're coordinating and discussing who's to take the secondary objective for some extra resources, because I'm going to tell you they need it down the line to repair the generator. It's really needed also to build some of the defensive things to cut off one of the access roads for Blackwood for one of the waves.
Right. Channeling them into a position where you can take advantage of them. But overall, there's some real surprises coming in this act that you just have to get there, and it's going to be interesting.
So there's the heavy gunner.
There we go. Aim for the light. They have a strategy how to work this guy. It's good.
Yep.
Clever. Oh, they took him down. Yeah.
They did it.
Good job.
Good. On to wave 4. So what we're going to see in wave 4? More shield guys, jetpacks.
So it's not going to get any easier. You're going to see jetpacks. So significantly more jetpacks, and the shield guys, as well as let's see what we got here. I think this is just an additional survival round wave.
Yeah. I like how those guys are flying into the air if you hit them with the jetpack on.
It's really fun. Shooting them out of the air is a very rewarding feeling.
Yeah. Oh, and the generator gets hit constantly, so they need to keep an eye on that. Yeah, so it was the MG, so it took care of it, but now shield guy took him out. So
there we go. Yeah. Good job.
Good job. But 2 are lying down now, so 2 guys that can't protect the generator right now, so not ideal.
Yeah.
Where?
They're doing pretty well, actually. I mean, all things considered.
They're doing better than this afternoon, to be honest.
Yeah. You have ways to go. Blackwood doesn't let up, right? They're relentless.
They're really relentless. Yes.
They're well funded, organized, and they spend a lot of their time, doing incomprehensible evil. So they have to be organized.
Yeah. So again, the MG was hitting the generator, and they don't have that much resources right now, so they can afford one repair, but not more.
Right.
So
Okay. So, yeah.
it's going to be close, I guess. With
Right.
one down right now.
Yeah. You know, the secondary objectives matter, especially when it's easy. You know, when it's easier.
Yeah, so you have so many things to manage at the same time. You
Right.
have to protect the generator, you have to stay alive, and you have to do the
Check
secondary.
That's why it takes a team, right?
Yeah.
Because someone has to continually work and maintenance this.
So they invested all their resources now in repairing the generator. They have
Yeah.
24 coins left. So it's
To be fair, that's probably what I would have done as well. I
Yeah.
mean,
on
okay.
to wave 5.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem was with not having additional resources. You can't channel the players where you need them to go.
Yeah.
You can't channel the AI to where you need them to go. I mean, but they're doing a good job of trying the maintaining this at least.
So what they did, they actually placed claymores on the MG to deny access all the Blackwood guys, which was a smart move. And they're almost there resource-wise to have another repair, basically.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. Let's see.
Yeah. You know, if you listen closely behind it, you can always see by the comments when it's getting
Yeah.
close and the chatter goes up.
The more stress it
Yes.
invokes chatter. Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
They need to repair the generator.
It's coming down. Well, I can't see.
Yeah, the logo is over
Right,
it a
yeah.
little bit, but
It looks close, though. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
they
they did
repaired.
repair.
Yeah. You can hear the
Yeah,
the stress for a second releasing a little bit.
We take no prisoners, guys. Kill everyone you find.
This is. I mean, it's pretty frantic.
Yeah. So just a reminder for the codes guys, so the codes work only once, so the first one who enters it gets the weapon, the other one, then the code gets invalid. And we're back.
Yes.
Sorry
welcome
guys,
back.
our stream PC crashed,
Yeah. So.
but
How-
they progressed to wave 6 in the meantime. But it's close at the moment, so they don't have enough resources to repair the generator, and it's only 25% left on that, so wow, that's going to be close.
Can't have any surprises.
Yes.
Neutralize them all.
That's going to be a close one on this wave.
Nearly lost the generator.
Wow.
Wow, that's They made it to
Yeah.
wave 7, but
Nice.
still, the generator is only at, I would say, 20%,
This is
and they don't have enough resources right
Yeah.
now.
This is
This is going to be tough now.
Coordinates have been
wow.
uploaded.
Wow.
Take down the arrays before Blackwood can stop us.
Right down to the wire.
Yep. See,
I,
close one. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think they will make it.
no, damn.
We've lost the generator.
Yeah, that's it.
Come home now, guys.
Well,
Okay. So they'll get another chance.
they get another chance. Yes, yes. I mean, they were good, and there was a few times where it was really close, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, this is a challenging way. These, 5 through 7, the waves they're really quite challenging. So, and that's where they were. I mean,
Yeah.
so it's just one of those things. It's going to take them now. One pass through. I think they'll gear up and position themselves a little bit differently. We'll see how they take this on in the future.
yeah. So just discussing of whether they want to change the setup, maybe it's
Yeah.
a different mix of classes.
Yeah, strategic. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
So, when will this be available?
very
Everybody-
soon.
Yes.
Very soon, yes. We don't have a date to announce right now, but we are hopeful that we're going to be releasing that really soon.
Right. I like very soon. TM.
Exactly.
Nice.
When it's ready.
Yeah. So I think that, to be honest with you, as we play these levels and we hear the feedback, it's good to be able to make those kind of adjustments, because I mean, I think this is about the right level of challenge. I mean, you can see teams that are that work well together are even challenged. It's not just
Yeah.
like a walk through the park. These guys have to really think through how they want to attack, these acts. And yeah, this is a good one. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, well, I remember when the guys were in and did the test session,
Right.
they had problems in Act 1, but they basically breezed to Act 2, so that was your cue to actually do something about it, and you did, apparently, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think that maybe some of the earlier levels would be good to start, building up your resources, looking for the secondary objectives, and
Yeah.
and banking on them, right?
Yeah. So guys, are you ready? Okay, then let's start again. So this time we're going to look a little bit closer to the chat and see what questions you have. All right. So, just to repeat, guys, the codes are one time only, first come, first serve. So after they're redeemed, they're not valid anymore. And we're going to share them here in the Twitch stream, on the Twitch chat, as well as on Twitter, warface.com, twitter.com/warface. When is the update? Soon, as
Yes,
we
soon
discussed.
TM.
Exactly. Exactly. Can you make this mission more easy, please?
So, in general, we'll evaluate the feedback on this and then adjust it accordingly.
Yeah.
But I think that it's the middle of the road, because players been saying, hey, these missions, these settings in each one of these, we hear it's hard and we hear it's easy. So
Yeah.
it's kind of it's kind of a difficult place to put yourself in when it comes in terms of this. We play it and we play it on a regular basis. I think these are challenging, right? I
Yeah.
think that, but the objective is to encourage team play, right, and get cooperative type gameplay. So trying to do it with just a random team, that's going to be a struggle. You guys really have to work together. So yeah, we will listen.
And we, at the same time, we also always looking in the data and the success rates
Right,
and
exactly.
see that the success rate is either too high or too low. We will take steps to adjust it to a level we think it's
Yeah.
appropriate.
That's one of the things that Warface does well is you guys are always on the community and on the live team level, constantly looking at the KPIs that are and the information, the data that's out there, and we're making adjustments always.
Yeah. Yeah. So put the pack full pop into rotation. We are always rotating in and out new weapons. So with nearly every update there are new weapons, and can't tell you right now when a specific weapon is coming up, or coming back, but we will put different weapons into rotation, definitely.
Use that to its advantage until we can pull intel from the servers.
So
Farm is transmitting.
they're now again at that small courtyard, and now they placed the claymore next to the gate, so they know that
Alright.
it's going to open really soon, and the first Blackwood soldiers through that door will get the claymore right into the face.
Yep. There we go. A bit more strategic this round.
Yeah.
Aim for the light.
Where you go?
There's a new weapon.
Jammers inside the castle,
Yes, that's
guys.
the ice axe which we added last week.
I saw a question about new weapons. So, in general, in development, we're always evaluating new weapons, right? And it's about how they get released into the wild. But we're always looking at new weapons, to make gameplay interesting.
Yeah, indeed. I like that sun behind those castle walls. It's
Yeah.
really sets the mood.
Well, yeah. Overall, I mean, we've developed systems to kind of allow us to have sun at different times of day. So, in theory, and I don't want to change anybody's thoughts on this, but we could do a night level as easily as we could do a daytime level.
Yeah. Yep.
And you never know.
Yep. Why you can't buy access coins for the mission? So we listen to your feedback, and we will put in coins into the shop. I'm not sure if we're going to do it with the next update, but one of the upcoming updates,
Yeah.
they will be available. We also will adjust the amount of coins you get per day. So
Right.
with the next update, you're going to get 3 coins per day, and with the following update for the Act 3 of Cold Peak, we will raise that limit to 4 per day, but the maximum level you can have at one time will stay at 6.
Nothing's coming in or out of Blackwood's data network until we shut down that jammer.
Give me some help here. Medic. Just old school. Help that.
So they're looking for a little more. I think they're scouring the area for the secondary objective now. No. Did they wait? Did they wait a little bit longer to do that?
No, they're still getting to the console to upload the virus, and they're taking their time currently.
Yeah.
That's it. While HQ works out an exfil plan, you need to hold Blackwood's base and defense systems and turn them to your own advantage. Prepare for counterattacks on your position.
So it's again in that strategic position where you can take out most of the incoming Blackwood soldiers in this wave.
Yeah. Two, right? So that's when you should get the. They had the heavy gunner, and this one's they get increasingly more difficult. This is just a position, but. I understand they have to hold down, you know, some of these objectives that we should be out searching for some resources, some loot. Yeah.
Yep. Just
Oh, sorry.
to
Is that better?
reiterate about the codes, they are one time only, so if somebody before you redeems them, they are not valid anymore. So.
All right. Big fine. There we go. I was talking earlier about the balance of this, but given the verticality of all the terrain in here, all the stairs, it was like a difficult mission for the team to balance. But as you can see, it's led to some really challenging gameplay. So we're really pleased with the result. And this particular setting, you know, Act 2 was probably one of the more difficult ones because of the nature of the terrain. But it's been exciting to see it progress. You know.
Yeah. So Elijah, how many people worked on that set of missions?
So there's three different settings to this mission, and so there's approximately about 12 different level designers and level artists that worked on this, and these guys are really talented. They've worked on other major Crytek IPs, so you're seeing some interesting type of gameplay that you haven't seen in Warface before. You know, there's lots of different ways to achieve an objective. The AI has changed considerably, you know, in its behavior patterns, and then the opportunity to have downloadable, or deployable content is unique, and so that's why we're excited about this, and we think the players will like the challenge and the different ways to achieve this. It has a significantly more replayability than what we've seen in the past.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So.
But yeah, it's just there's a lot of things that go into level. There's usually a designer, and there's usually multiple people working on it. But one designer will own the overall layout, right, and is responsible for making sure the gameplay and the game flow makes sense, right? And they spend a lot of time doing this, and they play it on a regular basis. These guys are rock stars when it comes to building levels. It's kind of team that you hope you have, and we're lucky to have the best on this product.
I think they're doing better now than before. I think they're more confident. I think for this wave they found a nice spot where they dig themselves in a little bit.
Yeah. One of the things that they're working on is adapting, so you can't. There'll be predicted behaviors in the future, and this is something that they're working on now. It's interesting to see this type of gameplay, and as it emerges, you can see patterns in how the players are playing, and the objective is to figure out how to, disrupt those patterns a bit, right?
Yeah. So they dug themselves in a little bit, but at some point they need to go to the objective. So
Right. I think they're building resources. That's why.
yeah.
A little bit, anyways.
So now they activated the console, and now they again need to defend the generator.
This is an interesting strategy. Yeah, he's a little, I think the action bubble is in here, so this is where you're going to see the action. If you saw the wireframes of these levels, you can it's just peppered with action, everywhere. So there's a lot of things that you trigger just by running around the level.
I think Blackwood ran out of soldiers for this wave.
It's interesting.
Well, there the new objective popped up,
Right.
I believe. Yeah, as you can see, they closed the door there to
Right.
close out that
The-
exit route.
Yeah. So they've basically channeled the AI a bit. So this is a good strategy. I'm kind of curious. Quite a bit different from the first approach. And what needs to be noted is this team is actually really good, and they're being challenged here.
Tracking enemy
Yeah.
reinforcements near your position.
So
Must protect that generator.
now
Keep that
again the shield guys
Yeah.
will come. In the third wave in the low amount, but that will increase
Right.
wave by wave.
Right.
And as you've seen before, that's really a challenge, or was really a challenge for them. So secondary, destroy both transmitters for
Right.
extra resources.
Yeah. So they're. I don't know who's out searching for. Yeah. There they go.
Take out the other one.
Oh, okay.
So he is close.
It's clearing out the landmines.
Yeah.
You have disabled the
There we
laser.
go.
Good job.
There you see they got a bump in their resources, and they need they'll need that.
They
for coming
will
waves.
need that down the line, definitely.
Yeah, as we saw in the last match, when you get to about level 7, it becomes a the team has to work together like a machine.
Yeah. So what mission is your favorite mission in PvE? Definitely this one, I would say. For me.
So far, it's been I'd say it's been one of the more fun ones to play. I'm a fan of the setting, and the endless amount of interesting things that happen in this setting are very good. And I know you guys have don't want me to expound too much on this, but I think there's some really good stuff to come too. but this is a great setting. I love playing this one.
Yeah, well, everyone has seen the trailer, so they have a slight of idea what's coming up in Act 3,
Right.
but today we're going to focus on Act 2, Ambush.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of the best stuff happens in this particular act. So in terms of like interesting, aspects of gameplay. So yeah, okay, so they completed this.
You've got enemy reinforcements en route. Now it gets nasty. Blackwood is pouring it on. You've got little
Now you
time
can
to
see the
prepare yourself.
Blackwood helicopters
Base, and use Blackwood's own defense
prowling in the back.
Yeah, they will come into place, play later on.
intel at your location. You need to shut it down before it becomes operational.
Again, they're coordinating in the back behind us. Who's going to take out the secondary objective? Found some resource. That's good.
Use your resources to repair the generator.
There's the iron box.
Yeah,
Good stuff. He's playing C4.
and
That's good.
yeah,
You see, they added their resources.
nice one surprise from behind.
Yeah, they have a good handle on the resources now, and
Yeah, I'm more positive now that they might do it. Well, they're still in wave 4, so
right. So,
a long way to go.
right.
But I really hope they make it to wave 8 and 9 now, because there's some fun things we're going
Right.
to show you.
He's stacking them up. This is a good. This is a good position. He's taking everybody that comes down this corridor.
Yeah,
The generator can be repaired with resources.
Wow. I do like the behavior of the shield guys. I think it's one of the more interesting AI that they've have created, and it changes the gameplay a little bit. You have to strategically work around it. But these guys seem to have systems that they use. Like when they attack any of the heavies, they pretty much have a system to work them. So that's good. They're in pretty good shape for right now. Let's see how it goes.
on to wave 5.
And this one it starts to get ugly though.
Blackwood is sabotaging the defense system. Shut down the
The
main
balance is they have to let it go as long as they can, let the generator go as long as they can. And when it gets really hectic like this, it's hard to make that decision when to repair your generator, and
Yeah,
when
they-
it's a strategic approach to how you use your resources as well.
Yeah, and you need to coordinate in the team so that everyone agrees where to spend the resources, or one dedicated to actually repairing
There we go.
the generator.
There we go. It's back repaired again.
But there's a shield guy close to the generator, so
Right. Took care of him.
yeah. So the demos on the rooftops, they have obviously a free angle to take a shot at
Right.
the generator, so you need to take them out quickly.
These guys are hard to kill,
Yeah, so the mix of close combat enemies and the demos and snipers,
Right.
and
Right.
you need to adapt and switch quickly between short range and long range combat.
Exactly. Well, it's not going to get any easier, you know. As the levels, as the waves progress in these levels, you start to see, you start to see that things spawn closer and closer,
Yeah.
pulling the need for the team to really function exactly as required. It's getting close.
So, what is better to repair the generator or use the barriers? It's
Well, if you use the barriers, it puts you in a position. It's more of a strategic thing because it channels the AI, right? But you don't learn this unless you've spent time playing the level multiple times, you know. And yes, it could work quite well for you, but you know it's a risk, right?
yeah, yeah. So it's a risk reward thing, and you need to find a balance within the team and discuss also in which direction you want to go with the team in this particular playthrough.
These guys are leaning heavily on their skills, right?
Yeah.
There's players to achieve these goals. You know, in some senses, you know, if you could deploy the barriers at the right time, channel the AI to one area, it would be a lot easier to manage and maintain. So when it gets really hectic, it's good to be able to use the barricades. It controls the flow, if you will.
Yeah. So they're now discussing whether they want to build a staircase to that special sniper position you were talking about earlier, but they decided to play this wave and build it after that.
Right. So they're okay with resources and a little bit more conservative this match, but it's working out for them so far.
Can the enemy destroy the barriers?
Can the enemy destroy the barriers? Not yet.
So I noticed they're talking a lot more than in the first playthrough to actually inform each other which enemy type is currently around.
And I believe that's a good move. Communication always helps you.
Yeah.
Take them out, guys. Each and every one. Can't take any risks on this.
Almost done. So we're in a good path, I would say.
Yeah. Well, this is you know, a good challenge because you know a lot of these guys are so good, you know, skill set wise, that they tend to lean heavily on their ability to play so well, you know, as shooters in general. And when they're playing this, obviously they need to communicate, they need to strategize, they need to, you know, take tactical positions. All these things are what they're doing in this round, you know. So that's going to make for a lot. I think they're going to see a lot more success in this round. So, but it's we're only partially part of.
Well, we will see. And that's what I talked about earlier about the verticality. So
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
So he was focusing on the enemies in the distance, and suddenly the shield guy came around and just knocked him down.
You have to always be present, but I do have to say it's one, you know, if you have a team that's behind you, it's really rewarding to shoot the jetpacks out of the sky.
Yeah.
You can hear them; they're really working together now. Here we go.
And they need to. But resource-wise, they're a lot better now. So we have
Yeah.
2 repairs to go basically for the generators. So.
Right.
The generator can be repaired with resources.
Yeah, 3 more waves to go.
Yeah. If they keep it up, they'll yeah. See, this is how a team works together.
We take no prisoners, guys. Kill everyone you find.
Sniper on the horizon.
Yeah.
They're unsure where the last hit came from on the generator, but they now they found them. So.
Yeah. Okay.
So now they're at wave 8, and wave 8 is a crucial one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is an important wave, right? This will make all the difference in the world and how they achieve their goals. So in this one, they have to destroy the 3 radar dishes, right? In order to get the resources they need, and this will help them finish the mission. I don't want to give it all away, but you'll see shortly they need to get to these radar dishes, and once they do that, then they'll have more resources to complete the mission. Exciting. A lot better position now.
Yeah. So because I won't spoil it, but so much so the radar dishes are actually controlling the surface to air missiles, and that will
Right.
get crucial
Well,
later
I
on.
mean, you can. I mean, this basically the reward is, well. Should we let them see or just tell them?
Yeah, let's just see it.
Yeah.
Pilot is depending on you to take out that AAA. There are no second chances.
Wow.
Good, on
Yeah.
50 cows.
Nice flank on this one.
These guys are actually really good.
Generator is under attack. You must protect it. Watch for snipers.
Yeah, look at the light through there. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think now they've found their groove a little bit.
Yeah. 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 So they're in position? No, not yet.
They need to repair the generator now.
Yeah, it's getting close.
They need to hurry. They need to hurry.
Yeah, there they go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
I got it. So now,
Take them out, guys. Each and every one. Can't take any risks on this one. Blackwood is attacking.
they're communicating a lot now.
Two more snipers there on the roof.
Well, because now the jetpacks are landing in on the inner circle.
Yeah.
Blackwood, heavy machine gun.
Okay. Well.
Blackwood, heavy machine gun.
It's getting close again,
Yeah.
and they can't repair right now.
Yeah, there we
So-
go. They have the money. I think they just saved it.
Yeah.
There we go. That's good. Wow.
Wow.
You guys are well-oiled machine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I'm impressed that there's not more team kills.
Yeah.
You know, there's. eh,
They're shooting close. Yeah.
They're in close quarters. They're protecting things. They're running back and forth, all to get this generator to the next thing. There. You can just make it a little longer.
Yes. So the biggest dangers right now are the Demo Man and the MGs.
If they
But
haven't,
they're close now.
if they got a chance to work, I mean, I haven't seen them get the objectives yet.
No.
I mean, this is gonna.
Maybe one of the other guys. did
I
that.
haven't. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Good stuff, guys.
But you're not done yet. You're not done
Yeah.
yet. So there's the chopper coming. And he actually misfires and hits
Okay,
the
good.
mountainside, and then the avalanche gets triggered.
Maybe the guys will look and they'll see it happening.
And they need to move to the safe zone.
You're gonna have to take this down before we go.
Okay, they must.
They knew already that was coming, so they spoiled us a little bit of
Right.
that.
Yeah. But obviously they hit the objectives because this is the reward, right?
Yeah. So if you're taking out the objectives in Wave 8, you get more drops of RPGs later
Right.
on.
Exactly.
Because then the Warface helicopters are able to airlift more of them in and not get taken down by the surface-to-air missiles.
One of the things that we didn't see was the avalanche.
Yeah.
But that had they been stuck in there, they would be dead. So they pretty much achieved the objective. Now it's they have to take out the machines of death.
Exactly.
There you go. Good hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
More RPGs at your location. Look for the drop marker.
Good hit. Yeah.
Nice one.
Haha.
Well, the helicopter doesn't have guns on the
Yeah.
bottom. It shoots to the front, so it's good if you're directly beneath it, because there it can't hit you.
Oh, there we go. That's kind of stuff they need. They really getting close. A couple more good shots. And another volley. There we go. That's good.
Yep. One
There
more.
we go. Yeah.
Yes. Nice one.
Great work, fellas. Now let's move out.
So, good one, guys. Close. Yep. So, thank you, guys. That was good. It was close at
Yeah.
a couple of occasions. Really,
Yeah.
really close, I would say.
That was a good game. These
Yeah.
guys did a good job. Yeah. Yeah, so that in PV, you should know now in PvP these are not the guys you want to run up against.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. So,
But
think that
that's an exciting level, and that's an exciting kind of you can only imagine what the future will bring, right? But you can see the type of levels. Act 1, super challenge. Act 2, good challenge. You can only imagine that Act 3 is going to be something really cool.
yeah,
And those who have seen the video
yeah,
can kind of get a good
we're
handle
going
on what
to
this is going to
show
happen.
the trailer at
But
the
this is
end
good
again.
stuff. Yeah.
So, Ambush is coming out really, really soon, hopefully.
Soon TM, yes.
As we discussed, exactly. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the gameplay today. I think the guys did an awesome job. Thanks again to our friends at Razer for providing us with all the cool stuff the guys were playing with. And thanks again, Elijah, for taking the
happy
time.
to be here. I love seeing people enjoy the levels we're building.
Okay, that's it for tonight. Hope to do this very soon again. You're
Yep.
up for it, Elijah, right?
Oh, of course. You name it, I'll be here.
Great. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Peggy 16.
What was that? Hostiles inbound. Man down!
We're in. Access Blackwood's network. Streaming the data across now.
It's uploading. Come on.
Worm successfully installed.
Approaching drop zone Alpha.
Radar lock on!
Stand by. Inbound. Inbound. Target tracking. Commit.
Achieved with CryEngine.